sports. It's in the game.
Entering main menu screen Superstar Co. Exhibition. Exhibition. Online head-to-head. Entering online hub screen, you have 5 options. Quick match is selected. Compare stats. And quick match. Matchmaking. New. Cleveland Browns. Defense option is set to John Gruden. Searching for opponent, estimated wait time 10 seconds.
When I tackle like damager, they react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always
Entering, still searching pop-up. We are still searching for an opponent. What would you like to do? Continue.
Stop me, tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me, celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, oh there with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on smash, put on the gas, I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard.
Entering, still searching pop-up. We are still searching for an opponent. What would you like to do? Continue.
I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name.
Opponent is ready.
Regretted for letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Cleveland. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past.
Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
The 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 24 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. Go on, go on. And ready.
On first down, Boyle. Flush to his right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
Looking to throw. Boyle. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
What's next? 180.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Alert, 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 alert. You draw Porter.
Kill.
Regular.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A toss play to Chubb. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Check three.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield, buying time to his left. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
44, Mike, let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost. The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South. And then how about Philadelphia? But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their destiny. If they win out, they go 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back of 6-6 Dallas. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Check three, check three. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They go.
On the ground, this is Williams. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Let's go. 60
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Here I come.
Operating from the gun, Boyle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Where the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Go. Get.
They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Sit there. There.
On 1st and 10, Boyle. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
70, Indy.
1 yard gain.
Leo.
Do.
Say, hey, Sam off.
Twist.
2nd and 9 now. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
X3, 218, chop.
We got double up. Watch twist.
Five.
To throw on 3rd down. Boyle, he's got it to Williams. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Come. Shoot.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 73 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Strong left.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2.
Bring it. He's crashing. He's checking.
Go.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They attempted the fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield, he'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
2nd down and inches. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
He's not going to get me. No.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
He's checking. Crash.
Hard.
From the gun, Boyle. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Boyle. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check 13. Check 13. Go on. Hey, lock it. Watch the safety creep. And get it.
Back to throw. Boyle. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check. Now.
Operating from the gun. Boyle going up top. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Chubb on 1st down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Drop, rock it. Check 99. Check 26, check 26. Check up, 5.
Throwing again. Boyle. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
at the 41-yard line.
Yeah. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch.
General West.
And again, it's Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Mike 42. Mike 42.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Travis Carey.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go play action here on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in trouble.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Preston Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Jamie Gillandale as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Safety's creeping.
At the 27-yard line.
Off the play fake. Boyle. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mack Wilson just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Throwing on 3rd and long. Boyle. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Set, 180. Regular.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Let's go. Hey, alert 33. I got
Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Pistol.
To throw, Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for Rashard Higgins. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.